No, I'm not going to shock jock you here. This is not shock jock stuff. Cowboys should think about trading Michael Gallup. How about that? And I know that the reaction to the headline, the reaction to the comment, I get it. But I'm really not trying to be incendiary here. Let's think through this. It's really weird how often Michael Gallup's name has come up in trade gossip, at least once with the Cowboys in reality, but most of it just a bunch of us gossiping because he's a good, productive, over the course of his career, now entering its fourth and final contractual year, a good, productive, affordable player and a very fine person in my experience and the Cowboys' experience too. But I can come up with 5 reasons why the Cowboys should think about doing it now. There were other times and other places where I didn't agree with the concept and where the concept really got misunderstood. But I can give you 5 reasons to do it now because things have, first of all, where we are in the contract, but also something that's changed in terms of the Cowboys' cap and front office and roster. Let's go through the 5 reasons why the Cowboys should consider trading Michael Gallup. Reason number 1. Once upon a time, Amari Cooper figured to be the odd man out from this standout receivers group. That might be changing because of the Dak Prescott contract situation. The cap clog could alter that, as we've detailed here. As Dallas and Dak get nearer the March 9 deadline, the franchise tag deadline, the time at which the Cowboys have to say, okay, well, we didn't get it done. We didn't get a long-term contract done by March 9th, so today's the day we're going to tag him. It can just be a placeholder. You obviously will still negotiate all the way to July 15th. But if and when they tag him, they'll need to create cap room right now. They don't have enough cap room immediately to tag Dak Prescott. Understanding, again, that you don't have to be cap compliant until the actual start of the business year, but you have to do it. And the place you would do it, most logically, would be Amari Cooper's contract, I think. There's about 5 contracts that are eligible and logical on different levels, and I think Amari Cooper is at the top of that list. You restructure Cooper basically committing to beyond this next year contractually. Remember, he signed a 5-year, $100 million deal, but the reality of it was an escape clause after 2 years. If you restructure, you basically eliminate that 2-year escape clause, which would come after this season, and it becomes more like a 3-year. So you would be committed to Amari Cooper for another year beyond this one. And if Dallas commits to Amari Cooper beyond 2021, it might have to uncommit from somebody else. Item 2, 5 reasons that you should consider trading Michael Gallup. Why would that somebody else be Gallup? Because he's in the final year of his contract. Final year of a rookie contract, very affordable over the course of time. Happens, I think, to be $2 million this year. Still affordable. But he's set to be free after 2021. And there's wisdom in getting something for him before he leaves. Now, where's the cap going to be a year from now? Maybe it won't be impossible to keep Michael Gallup. But he's still a 3rd receiver. And he's capable in this NFL, the Cowboys think, of being a number 1 receiver. And as your 3rd receiver, how much do you want to pay your 3rd receiver next year? Reason number 3, and I know that the player has a tough time sometimes wrapping his head around this, and I think sometimes fans and media do as well. But let's try this. This is not an insult to Michael Gallup's talents. Trade speculation here is a compliment. Trade speculation regarding Michael Gallup has always been a compliment. It means he's coveted. It means other teams want him. It means he's an asset. It means he's a commodity. It also means that over the course of the last couple of years, when his name pops up, that he's outplayed his contract. He is a bargain. He would have been a 1,000-yard receiver last year had Dak not gotten hurt. He's a coveted commodity. I'm not trading you because I don't like you. I'm trading them because they love you. And we love you too. But we have our reasons here, and I've given you 3 of them. Dallas wouldn't be trading Gallup because he's not good enough. They'd be trading Gallup because he is good enough. Item number 4. By the way, thank you for hanging with us, as you do. We are growing by leaps and bounds every day. Folks grabbing a T-shirt here and there, which is cool. Folks also coming into our premium community. Just go to community and hit that join button in the upper right-hand corner and come on in. Right now, you'll find out exclusive on Gerald McCoy and the Cowboys' plans for him. Later today, I will bring you the very latest in Dak Prescott contract negotiations. And it's really hard, as I'll describe, to do a blow-by-blow. I've done it. It's been done. We're going to try to do it here with asterisks. So stay tuned for all that coming up later today. A lot of Dak stuff and much, much more. By the way, I'm very sensitive to the criticism of all the media. Dallas, oh, it's just Dak. Why don't you talk about something besides Dak? And if you'll notice, we're also talking about Gerald McCoy. We're also talking about Randy Gregory. We're also talking about Mike Nolan. We're also talking about Ezekiel Elliott, and on and on and on. So we'll believe me, we'll get you covered in all ways. But the Dak Prescott story might be, the Dak Prescott contract story is probably the biggest story in the NFL, all things considered. And so given our audience and our access, we'd be kind of foolish to not cover it, wouldn't we? So we've got you covered there, in addition to all this other stuff that we're doing, including this conversation regarding the 5 reasons that the Cowboys should consider trading Michael Gallup. Reason number 4. While having 3 standout receivers is great, it's also a luxury. There's a way to be this good on offense without doing it the way the Cowboys have happened to do it. And when I say happened to, the drafting of C.D. Lamb is a happened to. That wasn't the plan. It just fell in their laps. And in a wonderful way. But it frees them up now to look at, okay, how can you have 3 good wide receivers, 3 great wide receivers, 3 productive wide receivers, and not have to pay them like 3 stars? The Cowboys, as I say, believe that Gallup has the talent to be a number 1 receiver. If he went to a team, if he went, the Jets, which we'll get to in a minute. If Michael Gallup played for the Jets, he'd be their number 1 wide receiver, and they'd be better for it on offense. But the Cowboys have 2 of those already, in Cooper and now in 2020 first-round pick C.D. Lamb. You need 3? Need 3. You need 3 receivers. You need 3 productive receivers. You need 3 number 1 receivers. I can make the argument that you can find a 3rd receiver on the cheap. I could make the argument that by retaining Cedric Wilson, you've got one. Move him up from 3 to 4, and you'll still get the job done. And item number 5 in the argument in favor of the Cowboys considering a Michael Gallup trade. In the game of roster-building chess, the Cowboys have every reason to look at one position group over here and say, boy, it's deep and strong. And considering swapping a piece to help over there where they're not deep and strong, to help at a position group lacking same. Gallup's name came up last year when the Cowboys were flirting with the Jamal Adams idea. Remember? The name came up. It did. They were flirting with the idea. That didn't happen, but it came up in a way that Michael Gallup should take as a compliment. The Cowboys were interested in getting arguably the best safety in football, and the name being kicked around to help get him was Michael Gallup. That's not an insult. That's a compliment. Now the Cowboys are still in a position where they need to flirt with ideas about how to make a weakness less weak. That's the secondary. Boy, I had a football guy tell me the other day that outside of Diggs, the Cowboys' secondary talent and performance, the word he used is pathetic. How do you fix that? You trade Michael Gallup for a starting defensive back. That's one way to fix it. The Cowboys should flirt with that idea, the idea of trading Michael Gallup. Not because he's not good. You trade Michael Gallup because he is good. Fish out.